Guess who's back? Back again. Nikki's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Hey! Hey everybody, I'm back from a long hiatus with another recap of 90 Day Fiance before the 90 days. This is season 3, episode 3, Little Lies. So if you've been watching my videos for any amount of time, you know that before the 90 days is my bread and butter. It is my favorite franchise. Out of all the 90 Day franchises, before the 90 days is my absolute favorite. Something about this one when it came out a couple years ago just did it for me, and I love it so much, and I'm so glad that it's back. Even though I'm a couple episodes into the season, we're going to act like I recapped the first 2, and we're going to jump right in, and let's start with Avery and Omar. So in this episode, Avery and her mom are on the plane headed over to see Omar for the first time. Now, here's the thing. I like Omar. Omar seems like a sweet kid, all right? He's already said that he's a virgin. He's never kissed a girl, never touched a girl, never held a girl's hand, never put his hand on nobody's leg, nothing like that. He is a true Muslim through and through, and he takes his religion seriously, and he's so glad that he met Avery and that she converted to the Muslim religion for him, and he loves that she is owning her own decisions and being an adult and doing what she wants to do, and the fact that they can be together because of this. Now, the only issues that I really have with Avery and Omar, because I really don't have anything to say. I mean, yes, they are young. Avery's really young. She seems super impressionable. A lot of people think that she's flighty in her decision making, and that all may be true. But from what I have seen on this show, the girl seems like she is committed to her new religion, and she's committed to marrying her new man, and I really don't have anything to say about that. I mean, she's 19. She's old enough to make decisions for herself, but I love the fact that her mom is still going over there with her to see them get married. All that, great. Because if it was in my household, my mother would have put her foot down and I wouldn't have even gone. So the fact that her mother is supporting her as an adult, making adult decisions, great, fantastic. The only issue I have is her plan to go live in Syria with Omar after they get married. That to me is nuts. I don't think that Avery really truly understands what's going on in Syria right now. I think she needs to take a minute and do a little bit of Googling and figure out what in the heck is going on, because people are dying over there. I think that she needs to figure something else out. Can her and Omar not live somewhere else? I mean, why do they have to go back to Syria? Is there somewhere that he can move to and she can move to with him while they wait for the spousal visa to go through? So here's Avery's plan. She's going to get married to Omar now with her mom there. Then she's going to go back home to the United States, apply for the spousal visa. Then while they're waiting for the spousal visa to be approved, she's going to go back over to Syria to live with Omar. Girl, Syria is war-torn. Like, people dying for real. Like, Omar even said that he has lost friends. He couldn't even talk about it. It was so bad. It's the stuff of nightmares. And I don't think that Avery has fully thought this out. Going from America to literally a war-torn country is bigger than just a culture shock. Like, I think that they need to figure out somewhere else to live in the meantime. Is there any other country that they can go to? And she also needs to tell her mother what she's planning on doing. She has not told her mom. And I mean, I don't really see the point of waiting. She's not going to sneak away in the middle of the night, I'm guessing. So she needs to go ahead and tell mom what her plan is. Of course, her mom's going to try to stop her, which is why she doesn't want to tell her. But all in all, she needs to be stopped. Her mom needs to put her foot down. I applaud her for letting her make her own decisions and all that great stuff. But at this point, she is making rash decisions that are not good for her livelihood, and she needs to be stopped. So mama needs to step in and be like, you're not going to move to Syria. The other thing that I didn't like in this episode was her mom. Her mom was super obnoxious, just almost to the point of being disrespectful. I don't really get it why people go to other countries and want to disrespect the culture. It's like, nobody's asking you to necessarily move here. You're only here for a short amount of time. Can you not be respectful for a week or however long they're going to be there? I don't understand it. It's really ignorant and it's really annoying, and she really rubbed me the wrong way this entire episode, from in the cab to not wanting to speak the language. Mom is just like, of that mindset that America is the best country and that English is the only language that there is, even though English isn't even a language. Child, she needs to get a reality check here really quickly and learn to be tolerant of other people's cultures and religions and ways of life. I mean, America is not even the whole world. It's like a tiny piece of it. Like, we are such a small part of the world. It's ridiculous. That was a lot in the first 5 minutes. I'm trying to keep everything under 30 minutes so I can only spend 5 minutes on each of the couples. So I'm at my time limit. That's basically it for Avery and Omar. Like I said, just a quick little recap of them. I like them as a couple. They seem really cute. Omar got her and her mom her own room. They're sticking to their values by not wanting to do anything physical before they get married. I think they're cute. Omar's adorable. There's going to be issues down the road, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to them. For right now, I like this couple. Thumbs up for them. We'll see what happens about her moving to Syria, because that is a no-go. Somebody needs to stop her. But other than that, they're cute. I mean, I like them. I love young love. You know, who doesn't? Yeah, so that's it for Avery and Omar. Let's move on to the next couple. Okay, so next is Angela and Michael. Basically what happened with Angela and Michael is basically what happened in season 2 of Before the 90 Days with Angela and Michael. Michael is out here wilding out. Angel's pissed off about it. I mean, that was this entire episode. Angela is working her butt off, working extra shifts, overtime hours to try to pay for this trip to Nigeria to celebrate Michael's birthday. They decided that they're going to wait, even though Michael's birthday has already passed, until Angela gets there to celebrate together. Michael promised Angela that he wasn't going to go out, that he wasn't going to party, that he wasn't going to do anything for his birthday till she got there. Well, once again, Michael is making promises that he cannot keep. And we saw this in the last season with these two, is that Michael keeps making these crazy promises to Angela that nobody would even expect him to uphold. I mean, geez, like, who wouldn't expect you to go out for your birthday? I don't understand why he just can't be honest. This is way too much of a mother-son relationship. I don't want my mommy to know that I'm going out with my friends, so I'm just going to lie to her and tell her that we're all going to come over to my apartment and read the Bible for 2 hours. We all know that's not what you're doing, Michael. You are a 31-year-old vibrant man. Your friends are cute. Y'all are all going to go out and turn up on your birthday, and that's cool. Just be upfront with Angela about that. And that's basically what Angela's saying in this episode. She has a conversation with her coworker, Tommy, basically gives him the whole rundown and asks if she being, you know, mean about it. And she's really absolutely not. She's asking for simple communication and honesty. And that to me is the basics, especially when you're in a long distance relationship and you're not physically together all the time. Angela cannot keep tabs on Michael. He's free to do whatever he wants. All she's asking is that he communicate that with her and be honest. And he can't even do that. And it's making her rethink their whole relationship. Honestly, I don't know if these two are going to work, because I feel like Michael really wants to come to America, but I feel like he's a little too sneaky. He needs to play this much better. He needs to appease all of Angela's insecurities, all of the doubts that she has in her mind, which he is not doing at all whatsoever. I don't understand I don't understand why he just can't be honest with her. I don't get it. And then Angela comes across as the mean and argumentative girlfriend all the time, when really all she wants is Michael to do what he's supposed to do. He wouldn't answer his phone when she was calling him because he was out doing something he wasn't supposed to do. I mean, this literally sounds like me when I was 19, sneaking out of my parents' house and my mom blowing up my phone while I'm at the club when I told her I was just going to my friend's house. He sounds like a child. And to me, as a 31-year-old man dating a 50-something-year-old woman, you should be grown up to be like, hey, I know I told you that I wasn't going to go out, but actually my friends really want me to come out with them, so I'm gonna go out with them. I can't talk to you, maybe not. I'll try to call you back when I get home, or at least text you and let you know I made it in safely. That's all he had to do. I guarantee she would not have been on 10 and as pissed as she was if he had just done that. It was that simple. That's all he had to do. But no, he chose to lie, and now Angela's mad again. I think Angela is rethinking their whole relationship, as well she should be. And I just don't think that Michael is mature enough for Angela. There are some 50-something-year-old women who can probably date 30-year-olds, but the 30-year-old would have to be really, really mature. And I just don't get that vibe from Michael. I think that if a person can't be honest with their significant other, then they're just not mature enough to be in a relationship, honestly, let alone one that is super long distance, like not just like cross country, intercontinental. You gotta be honest with your significant other. And if you can't, then you need to date somebody that's in your hometown. Sorry. But yeah, I was kind of on Angela's side in this episode. It was a simple thing. All he had to do was tell her what he had to do. It makes him look like he's doing something incriminating. Like, what are you doing that you can't answer your phone when I call you? Like, what is going on? Are you getting another BJ? See, it's that. Now you're creating more mistrust when you do things like that, because now she's thinking, all right, so when I do come to Nigeria, you're going to drop another bombshell on me that you were out doing some kind of explicit activity with another woman, and I'm not here for it, you know, and I don't blame Angela. You know, I honestly think that Angela should move on. But that's just my opinion. I know she's not, because her and Michael break up, make up, break up, make up. But I really think that she should move on with her life. You know, she lives in a little town in Georgia and she fits that sort of personality. She needs to get her a good old country man. You know, a man with grown kids like her and just, you know, likes to put tobacco in his bottom lip and just has a farm or something. Why she can't find somebody like that? I think that that would fit her much better than Michael. But anyway, that's it for Angela and Michael. Let's move on to the next couple. Okay, next is Darcy and Jesse.
Jesse?
Huh?
No. What? No. No, it's not Jesse.
It's not Jesse?
No.
Well, she been talking about Jesse.
I know she been talking about him, but they not together.
But she been talking about Jesse this whole season.
I know, but they're not together.
Every time I turn the TV on, it's Jesse this, Jesse that. You sure it ain't?
No.
What's his name?
Tom. Yes. Girl, that's a new man.
Tom. Yeah. Let me go back to my notes.
Yeah, Tom. Look at your notes because you tripping. Yeah, check them again.
Okay, so basically what happened in this episode is that Tom has catfished Darcy. Tom knows his angles. Baby boy is on that 45-degree, chin down, eyes up, lips out. Right here. He said he knows his good side. He knows his good lighting, his good angle. He knows how to take those pictures. Then for the body pics, he sent her pics from back in the day when he had abs, which he does not have anymore. I mean, and not to say that Darcy's totally innocent in this, because her pictures are very airbrushed and very touched up. But in person, Darcy is pretty. You know, in person, Tom was not cute. I was a little bit shook when they put the camera on him, and his face was about double the size that I thought it was going to be. His body was about double the size that I thought it was going to be. His teeth, dagger mouth. Y'all hear me? I thought he had little bitty sharpened chiclets in his mouth. I don't know what's going on with Tom, but he needs to stop it. Okay, Tom, you do not look like those pictures. He was halfway cute. He gave me a James Bond vibe. I was like, okay, I see you, Tom. And then when they showed him in person, I was like, who is this? I don't know who that is. The good thing about Tom is that he is a rational thinking human being. That's the one thing I can give Tom. He is treating this relationship with Darcy as he should. They are getting to know each other. They're moving at a normal pace. You know, she's coming to visit him for the first time, even though they've known each other for 4 years. They met when she was still with Jesse. So let's be clear. Tom and Darcy have not been dating for 4 years. They have been in communication for 4 years. They've probably only been dating for like a year. The whole time that they knew each other was when she was with Jesse and she would commiserate to him about how horrible Jesse was, blah, blah, blah. Then when her and Jesse finally broke up, her and Tom decided to take their relationship to a new direction. So let's drop that with the whole, oh, they've been together. No, they have not been together 4 years. And Darcy's acting as if they have been, because she already told this man that she loves him, even though she's never met him in person. She's expecting a ring, even though she's never met him in person. She's expecting them to be in the same room and house together, even though she's never met him in person. Tom, to me, is doing all things right. He's taking it slow. He's being rational. He's thinking things through. He got an Airbnb. He got her own room. He's trying to treat her like a lady. He's like, no, I don't want to bust down Tatiana on the first night. And that's not what I'm trying to do. All right, I've done that with all the other women. I actually really like this girl. And I want to see if we can be in a relationship for real. So the things that I was doing before, the hit it and quit it, I'm off that. Okay? And I can applaud Tom for that. That makes perfect sense. Darcy, on the other hand, is totally opposite. She is irrational and she does things that don't make sense. First things first, when she arrives, Tom doesn't pick her up at the airport, which everybody was all up in arms about. I mean, whatever. Okay, he didn't come pick her up. I mean, yes, he should have come and pick her up, but at least he sent her car for her. He didn't do like John of John and Rachel and put her on a train with a baby and a whole bunch of luggage and told her figure it out for herself. He at least sent a car for her. which to me, I would have been like, all right, you know, I'm a little bit upset that you didn't come get me yourself, but at least you sent the car so I don't have to figure out where the heck I am. So she gets off the plane. Of course, she has to zhuzh because she's going to see Tom for the first time. The homegirl was in the bathroom for 45 minutes, picking out outfits, putting on gallons of perfume, drying off her boobs under the hand dryer. It was a lot going on. The cab driver thought that she disappeared out the back like Mission Impossible. He didn't know what had happened. He was like, did she descend up into the ceiling? Is there a fire escape in there that I don't know about? A back trap door? He was confused. I couldn't figure out why she was in the bathroom so long. She didn't brush her teeth, took a shower in the sink. She did all this stuff, right, to get cute for Tom. She puts on a bodysuit and a blazer with knee-high boots for the first initial meeting. I mean, she looked good, but it was still daylight. So that outfit was a bit much for me for a Tuesday afternoon. I'm just saying. So finally, she gets to Tom, right? It's clear, it is obvious she's not attracted to him. Okay, he doesn't look like his pictures. He's not nearly as attractive as she thought it was going to be. Her disappointment was obvious, okay, clearly. But in typical Darcy fashion, she romanticizes him and says, okay, he might not be that cute, but he's dapper, he's a gentleman, he does this, he does that. So therefore, I'm still in love with him and I'm going to force this. Not to say that just because a guy is not as attractive as you think he is or as attractive that you want him to be, that you shouldn't give him a chance. It's just that I felt like she was forcing herself to like him more than she did, and she started to drink. Darcy was like, I need a drink, because after about 3 or 4 drinks, you're gonna start being as cute as your pictures. So they meet. Tom, you know, is basically being a gentleman to her. Then he lets her know that he got an Airbnb and that her room is separate from his room. Darcy was clearly disappointed in that. She looked super thirsty in that scene. I was like, girl, don't make it look like you really wanted to sleep with him so badly. Accept his gentlemanly behavior, okay? Be thankful for it. Would you rather him be a hit it and quit it type dude, or would you rather him get your own room in the Airbnb to give you space and give y'all time to get to know each other before y'all hit the sheets? I thought that was genius. Tom thinks he's doing the right thing, but Darcy doesn't necessarily take it that way. Child, Darcy is a delusional, desperate woman who wants a ring because her sister has a ring, okay? And it's sad. She is 40-something years old. She has once again left her daughters, Janae Aiko and Karuchi Tran, to go run after a man across the pond. I mean, when she hugged her daughters goodbye, they were just like, oh, you just on this again, huh? It was like they didn't even care. They were like, this is what our mom does. And it's starting to be a pattern. She just wants love so bad that she just reeks of desperation, and it's not attractive. Darcy is a beautiful woman. I'm sure that she's intelligent. She has her own business. Her and her sister are making money moves and all this stuff. She has the potential to be a great wife to someone, but she just forces it and causes things to just be crazy when they don't have to be. What are we gonna do with Darcy? I just feel bad for her. I just want to give her a hug and tell her that she's beautiful and that she doesn't have to do all this stuff that she does. But, you know, there's nothing we can do. Darcy just is who she is, and she's going to get even more rational as the season goes on, I have a feeling. But yeah, that was basically it for Tom and Darcy, not Jesse and Darcy. Apparently, I didn't know she has talked about Jesse this whole season. So yeah, it's like he's still there. It's like he never left. But that's it for Darcy and Tom. Let's move on to the next couple. All right, so next is Rebecca and Zeod. So Rebecca and Zeod had a really short segment this episode. Basically, they got to have sex and they both seemed to enjoy it. They wake up in the bed the next morning. Zeod has his hair pulled back into a nice little slick back ponytail, similar to the one I have today. And, you know, they're just talking about how amazing it was and how great it was. And she says he's so passionate and blah, blah, blah. They are an odd couple, but, you know, they might just work. The main problem is that Rebecca is still married to her ex and Zeod does not know. They go out to dinner or to smoke hookah, and you know, he tells her the story about his ex and how she cheated on him and how he got jealous. They had a big fight and now he hates her. So the fact that she's not telling him that she is married looks worse than what it actually is. See, what she needs to do is just come clean. Tell him the truth. Tell him that, hey, me and my ex are no longer together, but the divorce has not been finalized. That's all she needs to tell him. But when she waits and doesn't explain to him what the situation is, now it just looks like she's a liar. Like, once she tells him after this long, after they've had sex, after they've met, after they've done this and that she's actually married, he's not going to be able to comprehend, oh, she's married, but her and her ex, all he's going to hear is that, oh my God, I slept with a married woman. She didn't tell me. Why is she keeping it a secret? There must be something else, because why would she hide this from me? It's going to make her look bad. It's going to make her look way worse than she should. She needs to tell him, okay, this man already told you he was jealous. His ex was with another man, and he was like, I don't want my women with no other men, all right? He gonna put you in a chokehold, Rebecca. You better tell him, okay? It's not gonna end well for Rebecca either way, because she keeps pushing it back and pushing it back and pushing it back because she's scared to tell him. This should have been something that they talked about on the phone before they even met. I don't understand why she didn't tell him when they were in communication before she even came to visit. That's something that he needs to know. And she should have told him a long time ago. But let's just keep Rebecca lifted up in prayer that this man don't choke her out once he found out that she's married. I hope not, but the way he was telling that story about his ex, it's not looking good for the home team. That's basically it for Rebecca and Zeod. Let's move on to the next couple. All right, so we got a new couple tonight, a Kimmie and Ben. So Ben is a wannabe pastor. Yes, that's right. He's in seminary school getting ready to be a pastor. He tried to date in his hometown, which I think is Arizona, somewhere in Arizona maybe. I don't remember, I didn't write it down. But he was like, okay, I haven't met anybody in my vicinity, so I'm gonna widen my borders. And he widened his borders all the way to Africa, child, and he met a Kimmie. A Kimmie is a pretty girl. Now, have y'all ever seen, and this is no shade, so y'all don't get in my comments, chill. But for real, have y'all ever seen those videos on Instagram where those African women do those like makeup makeovers, and they'll have like a left, right, and right side before and after picture, and like the before, the girl's like, you know, kind of average, a little dusty, and then after, she's like gorgeous after they do her makeup. That's basically how Kimmie is. In the pictures that they showed at the beginning, she was gorgeous. I was like, ooh, he got him a chocolate goddess. She is beautiful. But then when I saw her in when they were chatting on FaceTime, I mean, she just, y'all, she didn't look nearly as pretty as she did in those pictures that they showed. That's all I'm gonna say. So I was like, oh, she not that, you know, in her natural state, she's not as pretty. But besides that, being like a little chocolate, all right, and that's fine by me. And a lot of people were saying, oh my gosh, like, he's so nerdy. White guys like black women. I'll just leave that there. The main issue with Ben is that he doesn't have a lot of money, okay? Ben has gone through a divorce. The ex-wife kind of cleaned him out with the legal fees and I don't know, whatever else he had to pay. And so he's living on a tight budget. He has a son that he has to raise. All right, he's riding public transportation, which is great. I mean, he's reducing his carbon footprint. Go ahead, Ben. But, you know, Benny doesn't have a lot of money. And the issue is that a Kimmie requires a bride price in order for her to be able to marry him. Now, here's my issue. We don't know what the bride price is until he gets over there and talks to his family. I didn't understand that. Why is the bride price not set already? Because shouldn't the bride price be based on the bride? Like her skills, you know, is she still a virgin? I mean, you know, I don't know if that's included, if you get more money for the bride, if she is a virgin. You know, what she knows how to do, all that stuff, you know, that should determine the bride price. So I'm wondering, what is the bride price based on if it's not already set? Like, they have to meet him in order to be like, you look like you got money, so the bride price is $20,000. Where if he doesn't look like he has much money, it's going to be 10 or 5. I don't understand the bride price. Why is it not already set? For some reason, she can't tell him what it is until he gets there. And I'm like, why ain't coming? If I don't know how much you cost, there's no point in me flying over there. So Ben is really nervous that he's not going to have enough money to marry a Kimmie because he went to the bank and he only has $2,000 in his bank account. $1,000 of it is going to the ticket to get over there. So that means he's down to $1,000. So if the bride price is anything more than $1,000, Ben gonna be short. Okay, and I mean, there's nothing that we can do about that. He lives check to check. I'm assuming that a Kimmie thinks that because she got a white American man that he has money. And y'all, I said it once and I'll say it again. All white folks don't have money. All Americans don't have money. Okay, we over here struggling too. Just like y'all over there struggling, just because we got lights and water and electricity and Wi-Fi, y'all think we got money. We broke too. Okay? Gosh. Now, Ben don't have his bride price now. He ain't got it. Now, you want to marry him anyway or what? If he ain't got it, then don't marry him. Leave that man alone and his son. Okay? He ain't got it. I can tell you right now, he ain't got no but $1,000. Y'all gonna take his last $1,000? Then he gonna have $0 in the bank. He don't have it. Find another white man with some actual money. The other issue is that he's nervous that a Kimmie might not want to be a parent to his son. Now, this to me is something that you can discuss on the phone. He can talk to her and try to see how she feels about being a stepmom. That's something they can talk about. She don't need to go to Africa to get that information from her. They can have a phone conversation, FaceTime, and he can just ask her point blank, how do you feel about being a mother to my son? And let that be that. But he's super concerned about it, and that's something that they're going to have to discuss as well when they get there. I feel like all this stuff could have been discussed over the phone, but nonetheless, we got to make it dramatic and have them have some kind of storyline. So we're waiting to discuss all this once he gets to, oh, where is she from in Africa? Nigeria? What country is she from inside of Africa? I don't even know, y'all. I ain't write it down. Wherever she's from. And I know y'all gonna fuss at me because I'm saying Africa and not where she's actually from. I don't know, okay? I don't remember. All right, so that's it for Kimmie and Ben. Let's move on to the last couple. All right, last but certainly not least is Caesar and Marie. And I'm gonna keep this short. Caesar needs power of attorney, someone to take over his finances. He needs to be taken care of. He's clearly mentally disabled. Caesar is slow, y'all. I know y'all say everybody's slow. This man got to be slow. This man is slower than Nicole and Danielle. Because even though Nicole and Danielle are getting got, they still at least got to go over and see their men. Their men actually came to America. Caesar has spent all this money on this girl and he has yet to actually see her physically. This man needs someone to take over. He does not need to be in control of his money. No. He needs someone to watch his money for him because he clearly does not know how to take care of himself. This makes absolutely no sense. So Caesar wired her $2,000 so that she could buy a ticket so that they go to Mexico together, right? She doesn't buy the ticket. Okay. Finally, he contacts her. He's like, hey, you bought your ticket yet? No. Why not? Oh, I need cosmetology. She needs to go get her hair done. I guess a bikini wax. She needs to go get some lip injections, some Botox, a microblading, and a facial. Okay, that's not $2,000, is it? I mean, sure. Okay, what does that have to do? Like, I'm already sending you $800 a month. Can you not get that done with that? And why haven't you bought your ticket? So she still has not bought her ticket. And so Caesar's like, well, you know, it's getting closer to the date. So finally she texts him and she's like, oh, it's my mom's birthday. It's all of a sudden it's your mom's birthday? You don't know when your mama was born? Like, you didn't know your mama was born when we planned this trip? Just lie after, and he doesn't get it. Like, he's not seeing that she is avoiding trying to see him. He does not understand it. And my head will implode. Like, how do you not understand that this girl is avoiding physically seeing you? She just wants your money. And nobody's telling him. Like the girl at the nail shop, when he finally told her, oh, she texted me and said it's her mom's birthday, that's why she can't come. She can't come for like 2 weeks after. She's like, oh, well, why don't you buy her a ticket? Another? I already sent her $2,000. That was terrible advice. This girl literally told him to spend more money on a woman who's clearly scamming him and buy her a ticket. That was the worst advice anyone could have ever given him. And I'm like, who are these people that are giving him advice? This is the worst thing that he could possibly do. This man just said he has not paid his rent, his utilities, nothing. He has not paid a single bill and has spent another over $1,000 on a ticket for Maria to go to Mexico. And he don't have the money. He's just a nail tech. And I mean, I'm sure that nail techs make decent money, but he don't have it like that, not to be shelling out thousands of dollars. This man is about to be homeless over a girl who is scamming him. This is terrible. That was terrible advice. As his friend, she should have told him, you already sent her the $2,000. Don't send her anything else. Don't spend any more money on her until she proves that she is who she says she is and she goes to Mexico. If she doesn't show up in Mexico, then there's your answer. Like, you know that she's not real. She doesn't really want to be with you. It's been 5 years. How is it that you are still in love with someone that you have not met after 5? That's impossible. It's impossible to hold a relationship for 5 years with someone that you have never once physically touched, seen, talked to, anything like that. It's impossible. That is not a relationship. And the fact that Caesar does not get that he is being full-on scammed is ridiculous to me. At least Danielle got to go over and see Muhammad before they got married. At least Nicole has been to Morocco multiple times. Those two are totally, we are in a totally different ball game here with Caesar. This man is on a completely different planet compared to the other people on 90 Day Fiance. I mean, where did they find this kook? This is why I love Before the 90 Days, because his story is so outrageous. Like, I've never seen anything like it before. And this woman is not giving him any type of affection other than these random Snapchat videos that basically just say, baby. Like, what connection do y'all have, Caesar, that makes you love her so much? Please elaborate on it. And don't just say the typical thing, she's smart, she's funny, she's kind, she's pretty. No. Let's get specific. Tell me about y'all's connection. Tell me why you love Maria. And let's hear Maria say why she loves you. Come on now. Like, this should have been something that he could have been talked out of years ago by someone who he trusted. All these people coming over his house, helping him pick out clothes and stuff. Y'all ain't his friends. Because ain't no way I'm about to come over there and help you pick out clothes to go to Mexico to meet this woman, and she's not even bought her ticket yet. You're not going to Mexico. She's not coming. Sorry, I didn't mean to get loud and yell, but it's so crazy. I'm like, I want to shake him. Like, wake up, Caesar. Like, please wake up. Like, this girl, like, she looks like literally a robot. Like, she doesn't even like a real person. She doesn't, like, what is it? Like, who hurt you, Caesar? I want to know who hurt you so bad to the point that you feel like you're not worthy of love, that you have to go to Ukraine to pay $800 a month plus extra money for who knows what, getting her butthole bleached in order for her to just say she loves you. Who hurt you, baby boy? You need a hug. You need Jesus. You need a hug. You need some self-worth. You need a therapist and a counselor and a life coach. Like, he has... Do you understand how low you have to be to have never met someone and for them to continually avoid seeing you in person, for you to still be like, that's the love of my life and I'm gonna buy a ring and propose? The insecurity. It's on a whole nother level. God bless him. We're gonna keep Caesar lifted up in prayer, y'all, for real, because this is insane. But that's it for this recap. Thank you guys so much for staying with me to the end. If you liked anything that I said in this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also subscribe if you like what I do here on this channel, and hit the notification bell. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter at NICHI_P_tweets for all my live tweets during the show as it airs in real time every Sunday night. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.